I wake up in the dormitory that Heidelberg University, Heidelberg, promised would be historic charm. The ceiling is the color of nicotine and old milk. A single bulb dangles like a hanged thought, flickering every 4 heartbeats, so my shadow stutters on the wall like it is also trying to drop out. The mattress is a medieval torture device stuffed with wet cardboard. When I roll, it exhales a sigh of mildew that climbs into my hair and stays for the rest of the lecture, making me the girl who smells like Grandpa's basement. This is the first lie. They said fully furnished, but they forgot to mention the furnish was grief. I open the casement window for air, and a tour bus megaphone bellows, "Behold the oldest university in Germany," so loud the glass trembles. Tourists point their phones at my suffering. One man waves. I wave back with 2 fingers, but not the nice 2. I am already a museum exhibit labeled local disappointment. By 8:15 I need to pee. The corridor bathroom has 1 functioning stall for 32 souls. The lock is missing, so I become a contortionist, holding the door with 1 ballet-slippered foot while crouching above a seat splattered with stranger S blood and pubic confetti. The flush gurgles like it is choking on its own existence, then regurgitates everything back in a cold geyser that sprinkles my thighs. This is how Heidelberg University, Heidelberg, teaches hydraulics. Live, unwashed, intimate. I trudge to the administration palace, a baroque cake where cherubs smirk. The receptionist let us call her Cerberus in acrylic nails tells me my tuition receipt is lost in the system. She says this while eating a pistachio croissant, flakes drifting onto her keyboard, each flake a tiny tuition I paid. I explain I wired €12,000 last month. She blinks twice, slow like a lizard on morphine, and asks for proof. I show her the bank PDF. She says we only accept originals. I ask where I can print the original PDF. She points to a room that is locked. The key is inside. This is called the Kafka Loop, and it is the only ride Heidelberg University, Heidelberg, never queues for. I need to register for the exam that decides if I may breathe next semester. The online portal greets me with username or password incorrect, even though I saved them in my password manager labeled Heidelberg Do Not Forget. I click Forgot Credentials. The reset link arrives 3 days later, expires in 5 minutes, and leads to a 404 page decorated with a smiling coat of arms. I email the support desk. They reply in German that translates to "This mailbox is for newcomers only." I am a newcomer. They demand my matriculation number. I do not have one because I cannot log in to receive it. I explain this paradox. They answer with a quotation from the student handbook. Organizational difficulties are part of independent learning. I imagine the handbook author, a man with a monocle and a fetish for circular logic, sipping port while students cry into their ramen. I try to phone. The number connects to a fax tone that screams like a dial-up demon from 1998. I hold the receiver to my ear until my brain liquefies and drips out the other nostril, because maybe then I can qualify for disability support, which I will never receive, as we shall see. In the cafeteria, I queue for 40 minutes to buy an apple that costs €2.50. It is mealy, tastes like refrigerated regret. The cashier drops it, it rolls under the sneeze guard. She picks it up with the same gloves she used to handle raw pork, places it back in my palm, and says protein bonus. I eat it anyway because my blood sugar is staging a coup. Later I vomit behind the library, adding modern art to the cobblestones. The library itself is a cathedral of silence where every chair is occupied by a ghost who printed their name on a scrap of paper and vanished. I find a corner floor tile that is warm from someone's laptop battery and sit cross.
In the shadow of the venerable Heidelberg University, a tapestry of businesses weaves a complex narrative. As a travel analyst with a discerning eye for detail and a heart that bleeds for the perfection that eludes us all, I embark on a journey through the commercial veins of this scholarly city. What I find is a mosaic of experiences, each tile reflecting the light of patrons' expectations in starkly different ways. The Darmstädter Hofzentrum, a once bustling hub, now whispers tales of woe. Here, the coin of the realm is scrutinized more closely than the cleanliness of the conveniences. Patrons speak of a restroom levy that feels like a ransom for relief, and a staff that seems to forget the currency of kindness. It's a place where the pursuit of profit has overshadowed the warmth of hospitality, leaving one to wonder if the ancients were right. Perhaps all that glitters is not gold. Venture into the sanctuary of Zoe Wellness Beauty, where the promise of serenity meets the reality of discontent. The therapist's hands, meant to soothe, have left some souls more knotted than when they arrived. The art of healing touch appears lost in translation, and the only thing more staggering than the price is the realization that sometimes the most profound journeys are the ones that lead us back to where we started, no closer to the peace we sought. At Mahmoud's Altstadt, the flavors of the East meet the discerning palates of the West, yet the harmony of spices is marred by discordant service. Here, a meal can become a game of chance, with the house odds stacked against the hungry traveler. The falafel, once a beacon of culinary delight, now casts a shadow over the establishment, leaving a bitter taste that not even the sweetest baklava can wash away. The Heidelberger Studentenkuss, a confectionery homage to affection, has fallen victim to its own success. The once cherished treat now stands as a monument to change, where tradition has been supplanted by the relentless march of modernity. The heart aches for the days when the crunch of a wafer could be heard over the whispers of innovation. Alas, the student's kiss has been robbed of its tender passion, leaving a void that even the richest chocolate cannot fill. In the dimly lit corridors of Halle 02, the rhythm of the night is often silenced by the thud of exclusion. The velvet ropes that promise entry to a world of music and mirth have become a crucible for discrimination. The echoes of laughter and camaraderie are drowned out by the cacophony of complaints, as would-be revelers find themselves on the wrong side of the door, their spirits crushed under the weight of arbitrary rules. The Bent Bar, a cozy nook nestled in the heart of Heidelberg, offers a respite from the outside world, yet even here perfection is a fleeting dream. The cocktails, a fusion of the exotic and the mundane, leave some lips pursed in disappointment, while others smile in appreciation. The bar's insistence on cash over card serves as a reminder that even in the most intimate of settings, the gulf between expectation and reality can be as wide as the Rhine itself. As I reflect on these establishments, I am struck by the poignant truth that even in the embrace of Heidelberg's ancient walls, the quest for excellence is a Sisyphean task. The businesses near the university, each with their own quirks and shortcomings, are a mirror to our own human frailty. They remind us that in our pursuit of the ideal, we must navigate a labyrinth of imperfections, and that sometimes the journey is as important as the destination. To the traveler, I offer this advice: approach these venues with an open heart and a pragmatic mind. Embrace the unpredictability, for it is in the unexpected that the true flavor of Heidelberg can be found. And remember, behind every less-than-stellar review lies a story, a narrative of human endeavor, a testament to the courage it takes to open one's doors to the world.
In the end, the businesses near Heidelberg University are like a grand tapestry, woven with threads of hope, ambition, and...
I am looking into crimes near Heidelberg University, Heidelberg, to see what kind of scams and frauds are happening around there. Like, it's a beautiful place, but you gotta be careful, Businesses near Heidelberg University, Heidelberg are like, they trying to make a quick buck off of tourists, They always looking for ways to cheat them. For example, there was this one incident where a mother tried to cheat the self-service checkout at a supermarket by scanning a loaf of bread as if it were a bread roll, thereby saving about €40 through label fraud. Can you believe it? I mean, what kind of person does that, I predict that after she got caught, she was probably really embarrassed, like she didn't know what to say, And the store staff, they must have been so angry, like, how could you do this? And I think the mother probably got in trouble with the police, like they might have fined her or something. Businesses near Heidelberg University, Heidelberg are like, they always trying to catch people cheating, They always on the lookout for people trying to scam them. For instance, there was this 14-year-old boy who got caught manipulating the salad bar scale at a supermarket. He was trying to pay less than the actual value. Can you believe it? I mean, what kind of kid does that, I predict that after he got caught, he was probably really scared, like he didn't know what was going to happen to him, And the store staff, they must have been so disappointed, like, how could you do this? And I think the boy probably got in trouble with his parents, like they might have grounded him or something. Businesses near Heidelberg University, Heidelberg are like, they always dealing with people trying to cheat them, They always on the lookout for fraud. For example, there were these two women who used the self-scan checkout at a supermarket and deliberately failed to scan various items. Can you believe it? I mean, what kind of people do that, I predict that after they got caught, they were probably really angry, like they didn't want to get in trouble, And the store staff, they must have been so frustrated, like, how could you do this? And I think the women probably got in trouble with the police, like they might have fined them or something. Businesses near Heidelberg University, Heidelberg are like, they